I'm going to tell you what actually costs to live in Cannes, real numbers, from my real life. I'm also going to tell you some things about French culture. It took me completely by surprise, and by the end of this video you will know whether this place is actually for you. Let's be honest about it. Look at this. My name is Kate and I'm a photographer, live here in Cannes on the Côte d'Azur, and I'm going to show you this place like no tourist guide ever could. I dreamed about living here for years. There were a lot of things that got in the way. Life has a way of doing that, but eventually I made it, and now this is my actual life. I'm also someone who notices things. That's what being a photographer does to you. So I will show you not postcard version, I will show you how I see this French Riviera. And yes, if you're interested, please stay and let's go. Welcome to Cannes. Let's start with the money, because this is what everyone actually wants to know. Coffee and brunches, so with a friend around 20-30 euro per person, which sounds fine until you realize that you're doing it 3 times a week, because the weather is always good and there is always a reason to sit outside, of course. Lunch at the beach club, this is of my favorite thing. You're sitting literally at the sea. Good food, good atmosphere. For 2 people without alcohol, budget around 80 to 150 euro. With a glass of rosé, you do the math. Grocery, when I'm shopping just myself, around 100 euro a week. When my boyfriend is involved, somehow that becomes 300. I don't fully understand how this happened, but it's happened constantly. Uber works really well here. A trip within Cannes, aroundly 10 to 15 euro. Taxi to Monaco can be 100. The train to Monaco is about 12 euro each way. So train is a good option. No traffic, no stress, you just go and perfectly works. Wellness, because this is the south of France and everyone take care of themselves. Personal trainer, 50-60 euro per session. Facial massage, around 70 euro. Endosphere therapy, I do this and highly recommend it. 80 to 120 euro. Blow dry and styling, about 70 euro. So golf, if that's your thing, 1 to 200 euro per round. Is it expensive? Yes. Honestly, yes. But here is the thing. You stop spending money on holidays. You stop needing to escape because you are already living somewhere people escape to. For me, that math works. Okay. The French. I want to say this with general respect because I live here, I work here with people, and I believe this will all make much more sense to me when my French is better. French culture runs on rules, very specific, very established rules about how things are done. The way you greet someone, the way you enter a shop, the way you lunch, break works, and these rules makes complete sense if you already know them, right? But here it works differently. My advice, the one things I wish someone had told me before I arrived, watched videos about French mentality before you come. Not to judge it, just to understand it, and so you're not in a shock every time something works differently than you expected. And the language, of course. Learn some French. Even badly, even just bonjour, merci, s'il vous plaît. It's changed everything. You go from being a tourist to being a person who is trying. That's matter here. I'm still learning, but I can already feel the difference. Here's something that will either delight you or drive you completely mad, depending on who you are. France moves slowly, on purpose. Shops close for lunch, things take longer than you think they will. Customer service operate on a different timeline, especially if you're coming from a city where everything instant. Paris is faster, I've noticed that. Cannes has its own rhythm, and it's wonderful. Honestly, I've made peace with it. When I need energy and movements, Paris, London, they're right there, but I come back here for something different. Calm, beauty, nature connection, peace, and there is always something happening. Events, exhibitions, people worth knowing. The network here is surprisingly good. You will not believe, but this is Palais Festival, where every event, like every month, something going on. Once I stop fighting, the pace start moving in the everything become much more enjoyable. This slowness also what makes lunches 2 hours longer and evenings feel like evenings, if you know what I mean. So, expensive, rules, slow pace. Why I'm still here and why does my head still spin a little when I think about my life? Because on the weekend mornings I get on the boat and a few hours later I'm in Monaco or Saint-Tropez because the islands right across from Cannes feel like they exist outside of time. Because 5 hours on train and I'm in Paris. Fashion, history, everything that makes my heart beat faster. I'm someone who exists somewhere between eras, aesthetically, emotionally, and this part of France understands me completely. There is a beauty here that isn't trying to be modern. It just is. I fought to get here. For years, there were things in the way, and I kept coming back to this vision of my life. Slowly mornings, light through the window, the sea within reach. Some places match who you are, and this one matched me. And that no price list can really capture. You're thinking about French Riviera, whether to visit, to stay longer, or to do something completely different with your life. I hope this gave you something real to work with. Next video, I'm taking you to Monaco for a day. My favorite spots, the coffee, the paths that feel slightly absurd or completely wonderful. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and tell me in the comments, is there a place in the world that just match who you are? I want to know.
Science editor Steve Newman reports on one person already using the brand new system.